Good afternoon. It's March 3rd, right, 3rd. And I'm starting at the Conexus Art Center. I didn't even bother with the external mic because it's cold enough, I'm sure it'll disconnect. I was just doing my audition for Globe Theatre and Persephone Theatre, the two professional theaters here in Saskatchewan. I've performed with both of them in the past, but haven't auditioned for a while, and they have new artistic directors since last I auditioned, so I think it went well. It felt like it went well. We'll see if anything comes of it, but it was, at least I met them, and they know who I am now, which is nice, and I know who they are. I did a bit from Billy Bishop Goes to War as my monologue, a show I've done before, one-man show. And then I did Unusual Way from 9 as my song. Anyway, this is the front of the Conexus Art Center, our major theater. It's not where Globe performs, but it is where traveling shows come and concerts. It seats about 2,000 people. Go over here, get a rather different view of the lake. We're going to go down where those people are walking on that path down there as soon as I figure out the best way to get there. So here's the front of the theater. Our plan is to walk down by and around the university again, just a turn around there and back. That usually takes about 45 minutes or 50 minutes. That wind, though, is sharper than I thought. Probably a lot more wind noise than I thought. We're supposed to get snow this afternoon and into tomorrow, so I guess that's maybe blowing in. Here's the side of the building. I don't know if there's any good way to get on the path. I don't think there is from here. I'm wading through the snow, but maybe if I go down there, I'll find a way on. Or go slip sliding down this slope. Then once I've done my walk, then it's back to editing, working on Thickwood, novel I'm publishing this fall, and have the cover art now as of yesterday. I've posted it. If you go to shadowpawpress.com, you can see it, or on Facebook, either where I am, or which is Edward Willett Author, or Shadowpaw Press. I don't think there's any good way there without wading through steeper snow than I want to wade through. If we go this way, hopefully we'll find a way to go, get onto it. I think it maybe gets close to the pretty close here, but again, that's pretty deep to wade through, so up here I think it gets really close, and it looks like it's low too, so that should work. Oh, you're going to get a lot of wind noise. I'm sorry about that. I could still plug in the mic. It's in my pocket. Maybe I'll try it. Let's try it. At least start with it and see if it works. Oh no, now I think my little fuzzy thing is trying to fall off. It is. Well, we'll just take the fuzzy thing off. I can't do that out here. I can't put it back on. We can put this up here, and that might help a little bit on reducing wind noise. Oops, sorry. Oh no. It's always like this. If I try to do anything like this while I'm out walking, things go horribly awry. Okay, you. Straighten up. Turn back around. There we go. For some reason, I have almost no slack here. And I think the phone just disconnected. So, having done all that, just forget it. I just have to live with the wind noise. Been quite a few people on the path, a lot of joggers and dog walkers and such like. Here's where I can get on it. It's going to be cold going this way with the wind, but it'll be better when I come back around to head back to exercise. I might even want to put my hat up. This is actually wildlife display ponds here. They have waterfowl in there. I'm pretty dedicated about walking, but I would never be dedicated enough to jog. A year and a half ago I was jogging, and my knees told me pretty no uncertain terms I should not be jogging. So you can see the university. We'll go up there and take a lap around it and come back. I haven't walked along the creek over here for a while, so this will be a change. I'm trying to remember if I've done it since it snowed, actually. I might not have. It's really been a while. I didn't know the wind was this sharp today, though. I don't know if I can get my scarf up at all. I'm wearing it, but I don't know if I can get it over my face at all. Maybe I can. And if I can get the hood up, I'm comfortable, even if I can't snap it. I don't think I can snap it. Of course, the wind's going to keep dragging it off my head unless I hold it there. So, not prepare as well as I could have. Let's see if I can snap it while I'm walking. At least one snap and hold it in place. Oh, maybe I can get one. Almost got it. Almost got it. There. One snap. And the scarf. The scarf's now on the wrong side of the snap. Oh well, at least I got the hood up. That helps. So there's Douglas Park over there, that hill. I've been up there in the snow and got a lovely sunrise shot a few weeks ago now. You could walk across the ice, but it'd be heavy snow. Not easy going. Everybody wants snowshoes if you're going to do that. See, the sun is kind of shining. I guess most of the joggers I saw were up on the road. They left the path pretty quick. So we'll see if we have it to ourselves all the way to the university. We're supposed to get, I haven't looked recently, they're expecting like 15 centimeters of snow over tonight and tomorrow, which I'm not looking forward to because I have to shovel that stuff. And it's this time of the year, you're thinking, it sure would be nice if we could quit shoveling, just let it melt, but we're not there yet. There'll be a big turn at some point is what I think. This year, we're going to get cold, 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 and then all of a sudden the weather will shift and it'll be spring. Big melt will be on. I hope that's the way it works. And that we don't get the kind of false spring where it melts and then snows again. Although that's fairly likely as well. I've seen snowstorms. There have been snowstorms on the Victoria Day weekend, which is third weekend in May. That stuff doesn't stick, but it sure is annoying after you think you're free and clear. When winter comes back like that. Now when I walk back, I'll walk up there and not down here. So the walk back is actually shorter because it's straight. So this downhill bit with ice on it. It's pretty steep downhill, so be very careful here. Okay. Now you get an unimpeded view of the lake and an unimpeded blast of wind. Tomorrow will be my walk around the lake from the other side of the run. Path. I'm on my own this weekend. It's my wife's out of town on business, so just me and the cat. Here comes a jogger. Right. Frozen, frozen. Once the wind's behind me, I would need my hood up, I don't think. But it felt good right there where the wind was really blowing in my face. Also, I'll warm up more as I keep walking. It's nicely screened down here from the road up there, so you have a bit more of a outdoorsy nature feel, I guess. First Nations University directly ahead of us. We'll get quite close to it on this path. Ice, ice, ice. That Snow Queen anthem from my friends Rob Urson's musical The Snow Queen keeps running through my head. Ice is nice, and snow is pleasing. Sleet is sweet, although our feet are freezing. Hail to the Queen. The snow doesn't matter, the cold doesn't matter. Our teeth will chatter, hail to the Queen. Maybe they've downgraded the amount of snow we're expected to get. That would be nice. I just haven't looked. See, it's very nice and green and blue and watery along here other times of the year, just not for 6 months or so. It's just turned into a sidewalk as opposed to a bike path, but it's really both. Here we come to the university. Of course, I just walked around it a few days ago, but this will be a little more just around the outside. For that walk, I went inside into the middle. For this one, I'll just walk around the outside. And you can go up to the university along the right there, but we will take the left side of this fork in the road and maybe head over here where there's more snow, since it's quite downhill all of a sudden and uphill in that direction. Okay, now I'm getting hot, so I'm taking the hood off again. Now that I've warmed up through more walking. Any walk out here around the university tends to get more views. I think it's from students who are thinking of coming to the university and want to have some hint of what they've gotten themselves into. Well, this is it. For a lot of the school year, this is what you've gotten yourself into. I don't know why all this land over here has been cleared. Why did they pile that up? Over here is the, I can't walk over there today, too much. Peace Major installation. Joe Fafard, not Joel, just his son. Very, very cool laser cut panels. I got over there again once the snow's gone. And again, over there is Douglas Park. So I've often stood on that hill and looked in this direction. Well, except for the joggers, I haven't really seen anybody else out on this part of the path. One jogger is it. There's the lake. There's the university to my right. There's more artwork up here, this kind of teepee thing to our right. Oh, there goes another jogger. So we're getting close to First Nations University. Back, there's the Conexus Art Center where we started in downtown over there. So far nobody has said hi. So if you're on YouTube or Facebook watching, say hi. I'll say hi back. It's enough cloud that I can sort of see the screen, although it's a little dim. I may have turned it down to save the battery at some point. Cars up there on the ring road. Walked over there with those apartment buildings on the other side. It's over around Arcola East. I'll get over there again sometime. Once the weather's improved. Seems like a lot more trouble to drive somewhere in this on icy roads and walk around on uncertain sidewalks. It could go that way. It's not really a road, but it clearly is being used as one. But no, I want to get up here a little closer to the First Nations University, so I won't do that. Yeah, and it's a little less slippery over here on the side than on the path itself. Hear the sound of the cars over there on the ring road. First Nations University. See, I could follow the path further, but I'm not sure how it links up to the university, and I don't want to end up farther away than I want to be, so I will turn down towards the university up here in a little ways and just walk around it as I make a loop and head back to the car back at the Conexus Arts Center. Right here. So I've never gone that way. I've always cut it short and gone this way. Maybe this summer. I'll take a look at the map so I know exactly where it goes. Now we're headed to the university. This is actually the back of the First Nations University. You can see there's kind of a stylized teepee there. There's a bigger one on the other side. Designed by a noted architect. Douglas Cardinal, I think is his name. I should know that. I'm pretty sure that's right. Mini Everest of snow here. Now we're on the university proper campus. Let's see again, First Nations University of Canada over there. Last time I came, it was Sunday and it was quite dead, but today, of course, is a class day, so we'll see if I see more people. I'll be kind of walking around the fringe of things, so probably not too much more. Very slippery. I do not like it. He hates it, precious. He hates it forever. It's still nasty over here, coming over the open fields and everything. Take us over by Luther College. My daughter went to Luther College High School. This is Luther College College. Oh, much better as I turn away from the wind. Maybe this summer I'll get up to Saskatoon and walk around up there for a change. Or Weyburn, my old stomping grounds, would be fun to go down and do a walk around. Hard to justify it unless you have another reason to go, though. There's Luther College. I got dust in my eyes from the wind. That's really annoying me at the moment. My left eye is quite something sharp in it. Ah. I have to wait till I cry enough to wash it out. That mostly took care of it. That bus company's been around forever. I think they used to take my dad's choir on tour in the 80s. They're unloading or loading something here. The east side of the campus, it's basically a big square. Can't go walk over here. Shall we walk over here, closer to the buildings? Why not? Because last time I walked on that path. So let's walk on this one instead. Car coming out. There's a big underground parking lot here. This is the kinesiology, and there's the gyms and things like that. To my right here. And also doctor's offices and a bunch of other stuff. Really big underground parking lot. Excuse me. Now, I'm not going to walk down there. I'm going to go up and stick to the sidewalk around the outside, I think. I remember I ran into a fence down there by the education building, so. And also, this is different if I go this way. This sidewalk's nice and clear. This way you get a better look at the building from a bit further away. So that's the kinesiology building and the gyms and all that stuff. Then you have the education building next to it. Over here is a power plant, or heating plant, I should say. And then down that way is the, as it says, innovation loop. A lot of research facilities down there. Now it feels really warm. The wind's not blowing in my face anymore. I always associate this building with the University of Regina because I think the first time I was on campus I was 17 or something, and was here with the Saskatchewan Honor Choir. We were rehearsing and performed in the education building here. So whenever we came out, it was the first thing you saw. I think there were 4 of us, all guys, in the honor choir that year. Technically I was past high school graduation, but I wasn't any older than anybody because I was only 16 when I graduated from high school. Turned 17 the month after. So my first year of university, I was only 17. Which is one reason why, plus I picked up half a year my transfer to the US. So one reason why I graduated from university, I was only 20 and a half. Turned 20 in July, graduated in December. Started work at the Weyburn Review in January. 4 years as a reporter photographer. I got promoted to news editor. So at the age of 24, I was editing an award-winning weekly newspaper. And I did that for 4 years, and then it's pretty clear there was nowhere up to go at the Weyburn Review. And the opportunity came to audition, I guess, to be communications officer at the Saskatchewan Science Center. I love science, I love writing about science. And so I did that for 5 years. And then I quit in 1993 and became a full-time writer, which I have been ever since. And occasional performer, hence today's auditions for Globe and Persephone Theatre. It'd be nice to get some work out of that. I love to perform. I perform a lot just for fun with amateur theater. But it's also nice to get paid. It's always nice to get paid. This is the Riedel Center here, which has the University Theater in it. Speaking of theaters, where I have performed. And this is research down here. I've walked down there, last time I walked down there. I'm not going to delve too much into the university because I did that not too long ago. Just kind of walk up here and then walk down along Wascana Drive. On the other hand, that's boring. Nope, I changed my mind. We'll go down here. We will delve along the university down here. Only thing you're missing is the big University of Regina sign that I would have walked by. So, Riedel Center has a student center in it, among other things. And over here is the Owl, which is the student pub. We didn't have that at my university, where two reasons. One, Christian university, and you could get expelled for drinking. Two, it was in White County, Arkansas, which is a dry county. It's county by county in Arkansas. So you couldn't buy alcohol in White County, and it wasn't served anywhere. So those two reasons pretty much precluded a student pub. Pretty sure some students drank, but it was against the rules. Next one here is called College West. Has the bookstore in it, among other things. Underground parking lot there that we've often used for shows. It's always nice to come out to a warm car in the winter or not have to face a deluge if a thunderstorm blew in while you're at the show, which has happened many times. The West building has all this stuff in it. Read quick. Daycare here. It's the playground equipment. It's not for college students. building here has an auditorium I've been in for many things, and there was an anime convention that started in town, and it was here. I think I was in here twice with it here. Then they moved to the lobby of the Center of the Arts, where we're headed. But whether they've survived, I think they were run by the University Anime Club, and of course 2 years of university terms means probably all those students are gone. The club is probably defunct. I don't know that for sure. It'd be nice. I sold a few books at that. I'm doing a couple of live events now. I'm going to have a book table at the Saskatchewan Libraries Association annual meeting in the Hotel Saskatchewan, where I'm headed for lunch after I finish the walk. And right after that is Sask Expo in Saskatoon, our comic expo equivalent. And I have a booth there. Currently it's a booth. I may change it to an artist alley to reduce costs, but the booth is better because there's more space. The artist alley is better because it's cheaper. They've accepted my application, but they haven't sent me anything else. For the Saskatchewan Libraries Association, I'll be plugging Shadowpaw Press, which means I also need to get a new banner made that says Shadowpaw Press on it. I'm actually going to cross here because my path carries on right up there by Wascana Drive. Fairly short walk back from here. So how long have I been? 40, yeah, well, it'll be close to an hour. I thought about walking before my audition, but that was clearly stupid because I would have gone in tired and sweaty, which is not a good way to make a first impression. So I thought better of that. My first idea was, oh, I'll walk to my audition. No, you won't. That's insane. Many things, but I'm not quite insane. Not quite. Some days I think I'm close, but not really. All right, so that brings us to the northern edge of campus, and now it's just I walk down the sidewalk up here. Back to the parking lot where I left the car. Now you get some traffic noise to spice things up. I feel really warm now that the wind is behind me. Interesting that it was blowing from that direction. Usually, if there's snow coming, it often comes from the northwest. It's actually blowing from this road twist, so it's hard to be 100% sure, but a bit southeast from the southeast, I think, which is unusual. Unless that's the wind blowing toward the big low pressure system that's coming in from the west, which is possible. Or maybe they've called off the snow. That would be nice. sure it's the weather department that decides if it's going to snow, you know. If they decide, you know what, let's just cancel that snowstorm. And it doesn't happen. This is a very good example of correlation. It does not mean causation. Which is a big problem in people's brains, and why people will believe things that really don't make a lot of sense. But they're convinced that, you know, if I hop on one foot 3 times before I go out the door, I won't have a car accident. Well, how do you know? Well, every time I do it, I haven't had a car accident yet. I didn't have a car accident. But then it's, well, I did it wrong. Clearly, I need to hop 4 times. I just haven't figured out. Magical thinking comes from that. There's a lot of that going around. They look like piles of rocks with a little snow on them, but they're ice and cleared off a while back. Actually, not a lot of traffic along here. It's intermittent. It's also a bit quieter because the road has melted enough that it's actually dry pavement, which isn't as noisy as when there's a bit of water on the road. So we were walking right down there on the outward leg of this adventure. There. Could go rejoin that path, but that would be redundant. I'm warm enough. I think I'm taking off my hat even. Cool down a bit before I get to the car. Yes, I'm very glad I'm not now going to go in and audition. Glad I did that in the other order. Carefully here, there is ice. Oh, and there's the wind again now that I took my hat off. Blowing in from behind me. Now, in the summer, when I did this walk, I would cut through the grass here, but I did that today, and I may have to put my hat back on. Oh well, I was overly optimistic there. I haven't had a single hello in this walk. And nobody's watching the live stream. It is kind of an odd time for me. I haven't even had a comment bot. Usually they show up at least. Even the bots don't like me today. Well, A lot of them are Russian, so maybe they got other things on their minds. Yeah, I don't see any shortcuts over to the parking lot that I want to take. So this may stretch it out just a little bit further. Actually, if it snows as much as they say it will, I may not walk around the lake tomorrow. I worry about the phone when it's a heavy snow because of the moisture, and the gimbal even more so. So it's possible that will prevent me from walking, but again, I haven't checked the forecast to see if we're still supposed to get that snow. They had said 5 centimeters today, which is 2 inches, and 10 centimeters tomorrow, which is 4 inches, which would imply it'll peak overnight and then taper off tomorrow. See, I would cut through there, but not when there's no path. That'd be a slog, and I'd have snow in my boots then when I go off to have lunch. And that's no fun. I left my snowshoes in my other pair of pants. I think there'd be something you could carry around and snaps out and makes a full-size snowshoe, but no. This is the exercise center. To fly space, serious fly space here. You can fly in massive sets. The car's right over there. There's still no path through the snow. Now, someone has gone that way. Do I want to try it? Maybe. Maybe it won't be too bad. Famous last words. Usually fairly thin. Yeah, it's not too bad. Wouldn't want to walk in it very long because it's be very tiring, but it's not very deep at least. Someone's been through here with a dog. It looks like probably when the snow was fresher. Yay! Made it. Well, I'll call it quits here. So, how long did I go? Just about an hour. Thanks for watching. We're live. I'm catching the recording.